Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, here's the next one in the Nogne. I know that's not how it's pronounced, but that's how I pronounce it, guys, so that's the way it is. This is their Dark Horizon, and on Beer Advocate, they're only listing the 4th edition of this beer. They're not listing the 1st through the 3rd, and I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd edition. The 3rd edition of Dark Horizon. Now we can truly call it a traditional again. It is dark, rich, and no, we cannot tell you what this is like. You are the boss of your own senses. Taste, evaluate, and determine and enjoy. Norwegian ale with coffee added. So, unless it has it on the bottle, I don't know what the ABV. Oh, let's see. I think Rate Beer had this. It says 1st edition on what I have here. See if they have the 3rd. 1st, 2nd, 3rd edition Dark Horizon. This is the 3rd edition. This is a 15.5% ABV beer. And just like the other one, it's wrapped in tissue paper. This one's in orange tissue paper. A very nice tin that protects the bottle. I mean, it's almost like a present with the tissue paper in there, like a gift that you would give your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, or whatever, something that's wrapped in a tissue paper package. But this does protect it. It's a nice sleeve to put the beer in, and it's a fairly small beer. This is not a very big bottle, just like the other bottle. It'd be at 15.5%. It's in a very tiny bottle. And it does have it right here on the side, 15.5%, 100 IBUs. And they're calling it here an Imperial Stout. Ingredients: Grimstad water, malted barley, sugar, and coffee. Hops and yeast. 15% alcohol by volume. And this is at 8.5%, 8.5 fluid ounce bottle, I'm sorry. And basically that's all it has written on it. So this should be, from what I'm gathering, a coffee stout. So let me get that around there where y'all can see what the bottle looks like. And like I told you yesterday, I've had these for 3 or 4 years. So, and from what I remember, it was fairly pricey for the size bottle you're buying here. The IBUs, like I said, are 100. So let's go over. Food pairing, since it's a stout, only thing it lists is chocolate, dessert, digestive. Glassware, pint, becker, non-ink tumbler, snifter. I got to do with glass again for this monster beer, and can be sold up for long periods under the proper conditions. 15.5%. This will keep 20 years, guys. Now the coffee may fade out a little bit, but it's not going to go bad. Alright, and Beer Advocate doesn't have anything other than the 4th edition, and this is the one before that. They don't even have it listed, so I don't know what good that is. I mean, like tits on a boar hog as far as I'm concerned. If they're in the beer rating business, they already have the 3rd one listed there too, so it's what it is, guys. What can I say? A little bit of hiss, a little bit of smoke, and a little bit of bottle. Alright, 15.5, think we'll get ahead? Probably not. Or just like coffee. Generated, no head. A lot of stuff in the bottom of the bottle. Like I got a big lump or something as it popped out in there. Coffee grounds, you think? Probably not. Over to the light. It's pretty dark. Pretty dark beer. As stout should be. A few bubbles streaming up on the inside, but it's definitely not overcarbonated. Looks pretty good in the glass. I can smell it from here. The alcohol is there. Let's get a nose on it. Just like yesterday, the alcohol is the first thing that you smell. It's boozy. And to the point where it's overpowering everything else right now. There may be some coffee in there, but it's being overpowered right now. I'm getting just a slight hint of the roasted malt and a little bit of coffee. I'm getting a big hint of alcohol. So, like I said yesterday, glad I buy these and get to try these, but when they get to this stage, probably not something that I would probably seek out again. We'll finish this before I make that judgment, though. Well, it is what it is. It's a big beer is what it is. This is a sipper, not a gulper. See if we can taste any coffee in this one, guys. Cheers. Wow. Wow. Monster beer, guys. If you're in the fast lane to get your buzz on, boy, I tell you what, this will get you there. It's like somebody took a KBS or an Eclipse 50/50 or something to that aspect, or Stone Russian Imperial Stout, and poured a half a glass of whiskey or bourbon on top of that. Well, that's a big boozy beer, guys. And like I said, it's been in the fridge for 3 or 4 years. Wow. All I can say, if them guys over there are drinking this regularly and more than one at a time, it's some serious alcoholics, is all I can say. Very sweet on the up front. Roasted malt, coffee, maybe some brown sugar in there, and then alcohol on top of alcohol. This is a big, big, big beer. More than likely, like I said yesterday, that's the reason it's in a little small bottle. If this was in a bomber or a 750 and you tried to drink that, you'd be face down in the damn dirt. I would be anyway. Alright guys, let's let it warm up a hair. Let the other half to have a sip or 2 or 3, whatever she feels like she wants. And we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. Definitely a well-made beer, guys. Don't get me wrong. It is an awesomely well-made beer. But it is a huge beer. It is a monster beer at 15.5%. Got a pleasant taste. Real pleasant. But the booze is there. Just be aware of that. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I like this one just a little bit better than the one we had yesterday, the Red Horizon. This is a little more sweeter, with a little more chocolatey coffee taste to it. Still boozy. I mean, the alcohol is still there. Absolutely no lacing, no head. Monster beer, guys. I mean, it's a big beer, but I like it slightly better than the one we had yesterday. The alcohol is definitely still there. Final chug. Definitely a well-made beer, but a monster beer. It is a huge, huge beer. Even for this little size bottle, enough to share with 2 people. It's almost like drinking a liquor or a moonshine or something with a lot more alcohol than typical beers are going to have. So the other half liked it a little bit more than the Red Horizon too. So this is the Dark Horizon, and this is the 3rd edition. And like I said, Beer Advocate only has the 4th edition, and it's packaged different. It's in a box instead of a tin like this one is, and the bottle looks a little different than what this one does. So they don't even have the 3rd edition listed here. So the 4th edition, they have 93 in the outstanding range. I would not argue with that. It is an outstanding beer, but it is a huge monster beer. Now over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer has the 3rd edition listed, and they have 94 overall, which is great. Really good numbers there, pretty close to what Beer Advocate has, but 47 in the style. So there are a lot of beer drinkers that probably don't care for this much booziness, this much alcohol in their imperial stouts, and I'll be in that class. I really, unless it's super well made and has a little bourbon taste to it, but not to the extent that this one does. As far as my rating, guys, I gave yesterday's beer a 7. I would probably give this one an 8. I think it's just barely into the A category, but definitely not a 9 or a 10 in my personal opinion. So too much booziness, too much alcohol, a little too heavy, and with 100 IBUs, it's still not quite up to par for the sweetness and the alcohol that's in this beer. So it's a great beer, but not something I would probably seek out again. It's just too boozy for my taste. Just my little teeny palate can't handle this much booziness. So with that being said, if you've had this one from Nogne, which is not how it's pronounced, but that's how I say it. This is their Dark Horizon 3rd edition, not the 4th edition. Let me know. Give me some comments back on this and whether you liked it or didn't like it. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and I think we got one more Nogne to do tomorrow. So join me then. We'll see what that one's about.